So today we are starting our latest project here, and that is building our new chicken coop. I thought I would show y'all some of this as we go through this step by step. We are building roughly just over a 10-foot by 8-foot chicken coop because we've got 30 new chickens on the way. So we got to be ready for them to come when they come next summer. But we will walk you through this process as we build this out a little at a time. I won't take you through every single detail because some of it's going to be monotonous, but we'll show you what we come up with. So here's where we are. This is where the new chicken coop is going to be, which is actually where the old chicken coop was. But we have now moved that coop over here. So that way it's out of the way. The chickens still got a place to sleep. They're still safe at night. And we can start doing our stuff over here. So as you can already see, we've got some of the subfloor down. But basically all we done was we added on to the current chicken run. We've attached up here at some posts. We did put in some concreted posts also behind it just to make it more solid. And I'll show you a little bit better over here. But we do have the first couple of pieces of floor already screwed down. But here's kind of what we did. So you can see it's good and concreted in there. And so far everything's working out good, but this is going to be a massive chicken coop and will enable us to expand our chicken flock a whole lot better. And I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I'll try to show you all underneath. So you can see we've got plenty of posts. This thing is very well stable, and it's a whole lot more level than what we had before because this is coming down a sloping hill. So now we're able to level this up a whole lot more. But as we get more of this done, I'll bring you back and show you what we get done. So I thought I'd bring you back and show you day one progress. So as you can see now, we got the floor completely in. Everything is screwed down and cut. Everything worked out perfect on here. So now our next goal will be to start putting up this back wall back here. Essentially, we're going to go about 6 feet high on the back and about 5.5 feet to 5 on the back here. And then we're going to have a tin roof that kind of tilts off back this way for water runoff. There's going to be a door on this side for us to get in on. And of course this will be the back wall. And then inside we'll be building out a whole new coop. And the chickens should be happy and have a lot more room. But as we get through this, I will keep on updating you on the progress. But this is really the end of day one. And we got all the framing in and we got the floor down. So hopefully we'll get this done pretty quick and we'll see where it ends up at. So I just wanted to update you on next steps. As you can see now, we've got our flooring down. So we do have subflooring, and then we have this vinyl flooring here on top of it, basically just to try to protect it for a little bit longer. I'm sure over time this is going to come up. It's not, we just stapled it down and we're going to have it screwed down. And essentially our walls will be out here on the edge holding it down as well. So, you know, overall it should be pretty good. Probably not going to last forever for sure, but definitely not going to be a bad setup as we just continue to move forward. So now we're going to start building this back wall back here, and that'll be the first piece that will start to enclose this. So we'll bring you along as we start doing that. So I thought I'd show you where our progress is. So what we've got going on here, this is going to be our first wall that you see right here. So basically this is cut to fit right down this way. So this is going to be the front of the chicken coop. And we've already got this first board in place on this side. So this is what the outside of it's sort of going to look like, is this gray panel in here because it's made for outside weather. So we've already got this piece screwed down and we're getting ready to cut this piece here to length, and we'll screw it down. Then we'll have one more piece down here on the end that we're going to have to cut to get into place. And also on this end is where the chicken door is going to go, but we'll cut that out after we get it because we're going to put in an automatic chicken door for that. So we'll bring you back here in a few minutes and show you what she looks like. So I thought I'd bring y'all back and show you where we are. So basically, as you can see, we've got the first wall up here, and we had to build this one sort of in place and then stand it up and screw it in. And the reason we had to do that is because the chicken run is actually on the other side of this. We've actually had to pull this tarp back too. We're going to put tin over the top of this roof here soon to make this a lot better. But you can kind of see the actual new building setting up against the side of it. What's going to be the new chicken coop. And more or less what's going to end up happening is over here in this corner, This is where the chicken door is going to go. So this is where they'll come out at. So we're going to have to cut a spot out here eventually. But I'm going to put the door on the inside since we've already got netting on the outside. So overall though, we've got the first wall standing up. We've got the board set out for the next brace around the edges. And this is what we're kind of going to build up off of to build the rest of our walls in. But just wanted to catch up with where we are at the end of this day. This is really the end of about day 3 to get this far, just between work hours and stuff. But we are making progress. All right, so we're now at the end of day 3. We have got a lot accomplished today just because I was off, so this is Thanksgiving. But as you can see, we've got the back wall now. It is up. We've actually got one of the boards on it, so here's what it looks like from the back side. So we got this board because it's weather treated. It's good to go. You basically put it up and go. So now we've got to get 6 more of these to finish up the rest of this. We've already got the stud on the back side here. So this is just going to be the side. And that'll come across. That'll be one full sheet cut at an angle up above. And then we'll have a couple of little strip, or we'll have a full sheet and a strip right here. But then also, a big thing that we got done today was the framing in for the roof, as you can see here. And what I've done here is I've just used decking boards because we had some laying around here. So there's one of my proud roosters. But we had decking board laying around here, so I just used it. There's actually a Mennonite community close to us, and we're buying our tin off of them. Very cool community. Amish Mennonite, very close. If you ever get a chance to check them out, there are differences, but both of them are really cool. But there's a really neat one here in Falls Creek in Tennessee. So that's where we're getting it from. But basically, we're going to get 10-foot tin, and that's going to come. So that's why we got these little overhangs here, just to support the overhang of the tin, so the water will run off backwards. But overall, a very, very productive day. And really, we hope to finish this up. We would have finished it up probably today if we'd have had the material, but we're completely out. But tomorrow, we'll be going to Lowe's to buy up the rest of the material and keep on going. But this was a great, productive day. All right, so we are now at the end of day 5. I thought I'd show you where we are. So as you can see, we now have all the stuff framed in. This is where our door's going to be. It's framed in now, ready to go. So Jessica's going to work on that door. We got all the outside wall here done. I'll step you inside here. And now you can see that other than the door, everything is fully enclosed and it has come together well. We will put a little piece of filler right here up above once she gets the door done. She just wanted to get that done before we filled that in. But again, we got the roof ready to go. We did order our tin. It ended up costing around 240 bucks. At the end of this, I'll give a total cost of what everything was, but that was around $240 for the tin, so I've got a great deal on that. And that tin, again, will do this entire roof, and then it's also going to do, I'm hoping that'll show up good. So that's the chicken run that you're seeing where the blue tarp is and on. It's basically going to cover up the whole chicken run as well. And then we're going to extend and have an open area on down. But very excited. Finally got all the walls enclosed. I am going to come back later on and wrap some trim around these as well. And then there's a few other things I'm going to clean up. But this has been an awesome project. I've learned a lot. We've come a long way with our woodworking. I am going to come through and trim up these little edges here and here with a jigsaw just to make everything look nice and clean and neat. Just because that's me. I like stuff to look really good. But other than that, very excited, coming along good, looking great. I will bring you back when we get back to this and we start to add the tin. And probably the next thing I'll show is hopefully the door. We'll have it finished up and we should be good to go and about ready to get some chickens in here. And of course, I'll show you building out the inside of this as well. But I will say this versus that prefab is totally different. I think going custom, building your own, you get a lot more bang for your buck. So we are very happy to be doing this now. All right, so we're now at the end of day 6 and I'm going to show this. And basically what I'm going to do is show you the end of the outside building. I'm going to do the inside in a part 2 video to show you what it ends up like. But as you can see, we have the roof up there. Got one of my proud chickens in there hollering. And this was the chicken run. And as you can see now, this has got tin completely covering it. And what we're going to do is, of course, this will be coming out now that this is ready. And we are going to be extending this chicken run out about 20 more feet. So we're going to leave all this out here open, and that way they can have a place to come out and get out of the rain and stuff if it is raining. But here is the finished product. We are going to paint all this, but this is pretty much what it's going to look like. So here's the door, and Jessica actually built this piece, and basically it's a Dutch door. That's why you see the two latches here. So if you open it up, you can pull the top open, and what we're going to do this way, we can come in here and give them treats and stuff like that and throw stuff out without them worrying about them having to get out. But then we'll have the bottom like this for when we want to actually clean it out and stuff. We can just sweep everything right out to here and then haul it down and get rid of it. But turned out really good. I'll show you the tin from underneath. And the tin measurements were different from what I thought, so I do have a few little gaps here where the ridges are, but I'm just going to silicone those in. You won't see no light coming through there, but just a few little spots for that, not a big deal. But overall, very, very happy with the way that it turned out. We got one of our barn kittens, our barn cats coming in here with us. That's Mr. Kitty. And then I will take you out here. I'm going to raise this up and hopefully you can get a good view, but it's just copper tin, what matches the house. And now they're basically going to be right here with the rabbits, as you can see here. And this is actually going to be our next project. We're going to move the rabbits, so they'll be in a different location, but kind of let you look at it from the top. So all the rain will run back this way on the chicken coop. And then kind of the same thing with the chicken run. It's all going to run downhill. I'm kind of holding that up. I hope that's showing up good, but it's all going to run downhill towards the creek. So overall, turned out very well. And to kind of give you an estimate, it took us about 20 to 25 hours to completely build all this from scratch. And it costed, I'm going to say right around, from everything I've totaled up, around $1,100, give or take. But that's to build this whole custom coop. And again, we paid just over $5 for that. And this is about 5 times the size. So if you do the math, we came out a lot better building our own, which is kind of what we thought we would. But once we get the inside done, I will do a update part 2 video and show you what the inside looks like. And here soon, we'll show you moving all these rabbits around too. But thank y'all for watching, and I hope this helps other people.